What's up guys, Bill Hawk here, back with another video, and today I want to talk about crypto mining stocks. Crypto mining can actually be a very powerful tool to play in the current crypto landscape because it's essentially a levered play on the price of Bitcoin. So let's say Bitcoin or whatever crypto that's being mined goes up 3%. In that case, the crypto mining stock may go up 7%. If Bitcoin goes up 30%, the crypto mining stock may go up 70%. And so you get the idea from there. But before I continue, I just wanted to give you a friendly reminder to please hit the like button and subscribe at any point in the video where you receive some value, because it helps me out with the YouTube algorithm and it helps me keep consistent. Aside from leverage, the reason why I prefer crypto mining stocks right now is because there's a lot of embedded risk of timing the market right now, because we may be at the top, we're definitely not at the bottom. And there's a lot of risk right now ahead with the Fed potentially pulling liquidity from the system and crashing both the stock market and the crypto market. Because of these risks, which realistically can be mitigated right now, I'm more of the mentality where I might as well take more risk and go YOLO myself into these crypto mining stocks with a smaller dollar amount. So let's say, for example, I wanted to invest 15,000 into cryptocurrencies. Instead of investing that 15 grand into the actual coin, I'm gonna invest 5 grand into the mining company. This way I can preserve 75% of my capital, and I can also do some fundamental analysis on the mining company so I can be more comfortable with the volatility and holding for a longer period of time on that 25% if I need to. Either way, I think for any portfolio it makes sense to both hold crypto and own the crypto mining stocks, because with the crypto mining stocks you're essentially buying a business that can profit from trading and selling cryptocurrencies without doing it yourself. But this is where you also have to do some fundamental analysis, which we'll jump right into. But first, I'm gonna drink some water from this huge cup, and we're gonna talk about how Bitcoin mining works. If you already know how Bitcoin mining works, then feel free to skip this, because I'm gonna now explain it to a 5-year-old. I wanna play a game with you. I'm gonna put a random number from 0 to 100 in this envelope, and I want you to guess that number. If you guess that number or anything below it, then you're right and you get a prize. Let's just say you get my Harley. But that's what miners are doing, but they're not getting bikes. They're actually getting about $300,000 worth of Bitcoin every time they guess something right. But now pretend like you're competing with thousands of people in a lot more complex number than just 0 to 100. And that's what these miners are doing right now. They're using a lot of computational power known as hash power to guess that target hash correctly. And that target hash is a 16-digit hexadecimal number, which, to give you an idea of how hard it is to guess that number correctly to get your Bitcoin reward, right now your chances are 1 in 13 trillion. But again, your reward right now is 6.25 Bitcoin, which is about 300,000 US dollars. This is just a complex way of keeping the Bitcoin system decentralized and secure by having thousands of nodes or computers competing for that financial rewards, which happens to be working. Crypto mining, however, will be very difficult to be profitable with if it was just one person guessing numbers with their PC, for example. This is why you have a lot of computational power coming together in crypto mining pools, so it's more institutional, because the more hash rate you have, the higher chances of getting a reward and the higher chances of being profitable. Enter crypto mining stocks, but before we invest in them, we have to understand what moves them. Like any company, the stock typically moves with the company's profitability or expected profitability. So for crypto miners, for example, you can see it's a pretty complex calculation of things that the miner controls and the miner doesn't control. So things like the Bitcoin's actual underlying program, it doesn't control. The price of Bitcoin, it doesn't control. What they do control, what the miner does control, is its hash rate, its cost of electricity, and its corporate expenses. So we want to take a look at things like the price of Bitcoin or the underlying crypto that's being mined and the stock price, because they should be tracked, but there may be some inefficiencies in the market which we can exploit to our profit. We want to take a look at their hash power, both current and future, because that's what drives revenue and revenue growth. We want to take a look at their operational efficiency, so their gross and operating margins, to see how well they're operating. Finally, we want to take a look at something that's really important to me, is the insider ownership. And this is important with crypto especially because, let's face it, there's a lot of sleazebags in crypto that are just in it for the money and looking to churn and burn. They're not really in it for the technology. Thankfully for you, I've already done the homework and I've created a Google sheet that tracks dynamically the price of Bitcoin, the price of Ether, or whatever crypto that's being mined by the company, and its actual stock price, and some static factors like its hash power and its operational efficiency. So you can get this by signing up to my newsletter and being a member there, and the link should be in the description below. So make sure you sign up to that newsletter, because there's a lot of value being given there every week, like the sheet, for example. And if you don't get it for whatever reason, just DM me on Instagram and I'll send you a copy. Okay, so based on my analysis and this sheet, I like to say that BITFARMS is my favorite stock, followed by HUT8, and then followed by HIVE. So I'll give you my breakdown as to why. The reason why I like BITFARMS, Firstly is because I believe they actually know how to trade. They know how to strategically sell their Bitcoin, not just hold it. And if I'm going to buy a stock that's mining Bitcoin, I want them to actually be selling it for a profit and knowing when to do that. If I want to hold Bitcoin or hold crypto, I'm going to do it myself in my wallet. There's no reason why I need to buy a mining stock. But again, that's just my opinion. That's what makes most sense to me. So here you can see they've actually mined 3,014 Bitcoin, and right now they're holding 1678. So they're clearly selling, and they know how to do that. Secondly, this multiple here is a price to book value less crypto plus market value of crypto. It's something that I've just made up, but it essentially gives me the price multiple I'm paying on their crypto, on their book, plus the market value of their crypto. And the lower this is, the better. So as you can see here, the winner is CleanSpark, but I'm going to ignore them because I know they're not just a mining company and it's a lot more complex to value them. So ignoring that, we can see HUT Mining has the lowest multiple, followed by BITFARMS. But of course, we're not going to make our decision just based on one valuation metric. Moving forward, we have hash power, which is current and future hash power expected in 2022. And the reason why I have this is because now I'm going to have a price to hash power ratio, or see the premium I'm paying for the hash power for each exahash of power. And again, the lower this is, the better. So you can see here the winner right now is HIVE Technologies for the hash power we have today. But the expected future hash power is probably more important because, again, we're thinking about growth and we're thinking future. And in that category, BITFARMS is the leader, followed by HUT8, followed by HIVE. Then we have gross margins. Over here, you can see that Marathon is ahead by a mile. And the reason why they're ahead is because they don't actually invest in the infrastructure. They outsource that. So they're only investing in the miners, which gives you an outsized margin. But they're killing their margins with stock-based compensation. As you can see here, they're negative operating margins. I don't know why, because they're just giving out stock and then their insiders aren't holding the money. So what does this tell you? This means that, to me, they're honestly not in it for the long run. They're just trying to milk you guys while you can, and that's just, it is what it is. But that's my opinion. So I don't like that. Whereas you can see with BITFARMS, they're 25% of their shares are being held by insiders, and you look at their team, they're stacked, they know what they're doing, and you can tell, or you can probably conclude that they're in it for the long run. So that's why I really like that, and I'm going to give this category a lot of weight. In terms of margins, you can see they're not too bad. They're second best, both gross margin and operating margin. And you can see HUT Mining is not that great, but again, I like it because of the valuation, and I think the future hash power they're gonna have relative to what you're paying today is not too bad. There you have it. My top crypto mining stock to hold would be BITFARMS, followed by HUT8. I do like them. They also have a unique way of lowering their cost per acquisition for Bitcoin by mining Ethereum and getting paid in Bitcoin. And then I would hold HIVE because of their Ethereum diversification and their holding. Although I like Mara's model, I honestly think that I can replicate that myself by joining their mining pools, and I just think that they're just in it for the churn and burn and capitalizing on the bull run. Finally, I want to make this really clear that I'm not recommending to buy BITFARMS right now. You have to enter very strategically, slowly and gradually, and based on factors that are on that Google sheet, like the price of Bitcoin and the price that it's trading at. So I'm going to do it slowly and gradually. Like I said, it won't be right now, but if you want to be updated, then again, sign up to my newsletter, because I will at some point be revealing alerts when I make my trades. So make sure you sign up to that. Make sure you like this video. If it provided you with any value, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.